After label, now we are going to learn how we can create a button in Python Tkinter. So in order for us to create a button in Python Tkinter, it's also a very easy task. So we just need to do something like this. First, let me remove all of this label that we have here. Okay, I can just come here, delete this thing, save. In order for us to create a button, see, buttons are used to trigger any action. When we create a button, so usually we need to give a function to it so that it can trigger any action that we need it to perform. In order for us to do that, for example, I'm going to create one function, for example, called def hello, def hello. Oh, no, this is not the way to write hello. Hello is this way, okay. Def hello. Okay, this def hello is a function that prints hello world. Okay, let's say something like, for example, print, open and close. What I'm going to do is it print me hello, hello world. Oh, hello world, something like this. Boom, save. So this my function, it prints hello world. But if I run this same function, okay, if I run this same function, nothing is gonna happen. Okay, so let me run this function. As you can see, I run my function hello world, nothing's gonna happen. For example, if I wanted to show, I need to call it, for example, like hello, okay, hello, open and close, something like this. Then only if I run like this, it will show me the result. For example, here hello world. Okay, but we don't want it to run it by itself. We want to run this function when we click in the bottom, so that it will trigger the action. Okay, so that it will show this message hello world. So in order for us to do that, we need to a button, because the button is the one that is used to trigger an action into Python tickets. In order for us to create a button, we need to do something like this. I'm going to create a button. I'm just gonna call it B. So this my button B. It will be equal a button. Okay, we need to call the button this instance. Okay, because this is where the button is. So after that, we need to place this button inside of one window. So that's why first instance always is the window that we want it to show. So the first one is a window that we want to show this button. That's why I have window, comma, okay. Then I'm going to have b dot pack this way. B dot pack, open and close, save. So here in my window, okay, if I run this thing, as you can see, I have my button here. This is something that I can click, as you can see, okay. But now let's give some things in these windows, in this bottom, so that it can look more professional or more good, so that we can perform an action with it. So in order for us to do that, first we need to give a test also. We can give a test into our window. For example, I can say something like that, click me, okay, click me, save. Then we can also change the background color of our window. For example, I can just give, for example, something like BG. BG will be equal. We're just gonna give something like black. Oh, black, save. And for FG, I'm just gonna give something like FG will be equal. I'm just gonna do this. I will say white. Perfect. Now, if I save this and if I run this button, as you can see, now I have this one, click me, okay? So now we want that every time when we click in this button, it must run this function, okay? Print hello world. So in order for us to do that is something. In button, there is a property called command, okay? So this property called command is the one that we give the function, okay? So that every time when we click in the button, it will kind of perform any action. So this property called command is something like this, okay? We just need to call it. Let's write it, okay? I'm just gonna call something this command. Oh, I think it's better if I come here. Okay, come down now. Command this way. Okay, command equal. Now just need to give the name of the function, which is hello. Save. Okay, see here I just gave hello like this. Okay, I didn't open and close brackets. Okay, no, this is wrong. You just give something like this one. Okay, it's just like this hello. So now if I run this thing, okay, oh, I comment it. It's very important for you to separate the properties with comma. Okay, save. Okay, now let me run this. As you can see, we have in our button. Now just give attention here. If I click in this button, boom, it prints hello world. If I click again, see, now this means every time when I click into this button, it will perform one action, okay, which is printing the function here. So apart of that, we can also like give a width for our button. So in order for us to give a width, it's very easy, just the same way like a label width. I'm going to give something like at least 10, okay, 10, and also we can give height for our button, okay, height can be something like 2 and comma. Perfect. I save. Now let me run this. As you can see, we have our button, the same thing. If I click, it's gonna perform the action that we need.